Hey guys, today I'm just making a gardening tutorial because recently there's just been a lot of issues with making and actually setting up this couch potato farm. And it isn't just couch potatoes, but just in general, just setting up this entire farm. And so, one reason why you would want to set it up is you get maximum efficiency out of using one or two spells. And another reason is it's just time, it's not as time consuming as it would be if you didn't set one up. So this is my first farm, and this is okay. I'm still getting really good use out of it, but I'm not using this one anymore. I made a new and better one. So I'm gonna go to my red barn farm to actually show you how to set this up and how it all works. So I'm at my red barn farm, and over here to the right you can see how I already started a new and better 69 plot couch potato farm area. But the biggest problem about this is a lot of people don't know how to set this up. And there's a few things that you need to know to make sure that you're going to look exactly like how I'm doing it. So the first thing that you need is you need two of these boxes that you can get in the crown shop, and they're just called ice cream crates. And you can use I think there's a lot of different things that you can use, but this is just what I use, and I find the most success with these. But if you have anything else, then that's good for you, but I don't know of anything else. So, and then you're also going to want this thing called a tatami floor mat and a statue base. And you can get the statue base at the bazaar, even though it's pretty rare, but it'll still be on sale sometimes. Or you can farm from it from the Jade Ani, or just have a friend sell you one, and then you could sell it back to him. But this tatami floor mat is pretty common. You can get it pretty much all the time at the bazaar, so don't worry about that. The second step to this process is to select your tatami floor mat and put it and hover it over this statue base right here, because you don't want to put it too far in, because then it'll select onto the statue base, and the glitch won't work. And you don't want to put it too far out, because then the glitch won't work either. And so you want to try to get it like 50-50 between this dark line and the very ends. And so yeah, so once you get this hovered over the statue base just like this, you want to rotate your mouse wheel very slightly to get it locked onto the base like this. So now you have the base locked on. And what this does now is you've now essentially attached it to the base. And this is what King Zal tried to remove from the last time you could do it. And this is why I'm uploading this video, is because many people don't know that you can actually move the base without actually attaching the floor mat onto it. And so once you attach it, you just have to move it over to the area near the boxes, and move it back like that onto the boxes. And if it doesn't work the first time, it should work the second time. Just keep messing around with it, but there you go. And that's pretty much all you have to do to get this part done. And yeah, that's pretty much the hardest part. So the part after this is simply just putting your boxes in a way to get the most potential space to plant your stuff. So I'll give you an example right here, how you're supposed to plant it facing one direction. So this plot right here is facing this way, because you see how the box is right here. That means everything touching this needs to be opposite directions. So that sounds confusing at first, but let me explain. If I move this statue base over, they aren't touching, right? So this can be facing the same way. So I'll show you right here. So it does let me plant it. But after this is done, I'll explain to you what you need to do to fill in this gap, like I did over here. So that just finished that. So now what you have to do is, if you put it down facing the same way, right in between them, you can't plant it, because it doesn't register as there's not enough space. It doesn't register like that. So what you can do is you can rotate it 90 degrees and get a better, it'll register now. And you want to make sure that you keep them all in a straight line to make sure you can get the most space as possible, because you're going to be doing this and then stacking it up 3 times. And that way you can get the most bang for your buck. And so see, now when I go to select my plot here, it definitely works. And you just have to keep rotating back and forth between this one column right here. So let's say you keep continuing to fill up these 5 plots right here. By the way, the max you can do is 5 across here, because then the rest of your plants will reach out of range for the spell that you use for these AoE spells. So let's say you finish these 5 plots over here, and you're going to go this way now, like I did over here. You're going to go up like this. You can basically, you still have to be facing the same way. So let me show you this. You still have to be facing this same direction, but the only difference that you have to make is this middle section right here. So you can see how I made 2 separate lines here, like this one. I made this row over there and a 3rd row here, but my 2nd row cannot be facing forward, because if it faces forward, it won't register. So I'll show you right here again. So I put it forward again, and it won't connect, because that's just how, I don't know, that's how the glitch works. And so what you have to do is you have to rotate it the opposite direction. And so here you are, and you put it on the opposite direction, and now you can plant just like that. And so hopefully you can understand the idea that I'm going for here. But people call these 69 plots, meaning that there can only be 69 plots of dirt, and then your spells won't actually cover them all, and it won't be efficient anymore. So if you are going to make a plot like this, just make sure that you counted correctly and that you only have 69 plots. And you can stack the boxes like this to get higher elevations. So I have these plots right here, but I want to go to another level, right? So I just put another box under, and then I put one on top, and make sure the direction is still facing the same and everything that I told you earlier. And it should be good to go. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hey guys, so something I forgot to mention is that people also have a hard time casting the spells onto the plants, and so this is the problem they run into. And so let's say you don't have anything in here besides the plants, and I go to select my spell. Well, when I go and hover over them, it doesn't actually get to them, because it'll just cast on the ground and it won't cover all of them. But what you need to do is you need to put a 2 elevation thing, like two units up in the middle of all of them, or something that's near the same height. And you need to cast the spell on that, so that way you can cover all of them and make sure you're getting the most ranges, or make sure you're covering all of them. Yeah, just basically that's how you're going to take care of them, and use that 2 spell thing to clear all of them. Like, for example, couch potatoes only need rain and the flute things. And so that's only 2 spells, unless they have pests, then that's 3. But anyways, thanks for watching, and sorry about the awkwardness. This is my first video, so yeah, thanks.